Is there any truth to this?
This is utterly ridiculous. Pro Football Focus.
This is your favorite website.
This is dumb.
They just do it to you day after day after day. I think they write these just for you.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Since 1993, since they actually in the advent of free agency, teams have always overpaid for free agent, Skip. Why else would a guy leave his situation? He knows the city. He's had success in that offense or that defense. He knows how they're going to use him. Why would he leave that with the same money and go somewhere else, an unfamiliar city, an offense that they might not use him the same way, a defense that might not use him the same way that he was used the last 3, 4, 5 years? But he's just going to uproot his family and take the same or less money to go somewhere else. Where do they do that at? Normally, Skip, when someone transfers jobs, do they leave for less money or they go for more money? Pro Football Focus, come on with this. Okay, Pro Football Focus, let me ask you this. Name the time a prime-time franchise quarterback has ever been able to hit the market that was not hurt. Peyton Manning, Skip, they gave him a 10% chance to ever play football again.
Yep.
They gave Drew Brees a 20% chance. Tom Brady came available in after year 20 at 42 years of age. Mm-hmm. So, Pro Football Focus, I need you to release some data in which a franchise quarterback with no baggage, no history, has become available. My grandfather used to say, boy, options and choices. Tell me the options that you have, and I'll tell you the choices you should make. Okay, here are the options, Skip. Ryan Fitzpatrick, Andy Dalton, Jameis Winston, Cam Newton. Those are your options. They chose Cam, who's been in the system. They like the way he prepares. They say, you know what, another year removed from that injury, a guy in this system, give him some weapons. We like Cam. They make it seem like they said, nah, we'll take Cam over Deshaun, or we'll take Cam over Russell Wilson, or Patrick Mahomes. Those other guys weren't options, so you can't choose if you don't have those options.
Well, Tom Brady was an option. You pushed him out the back door.
Skip, we're talking about now. Yes,
Okay.
yes, that's my point. Tom Brady became available after year 20. Skip, these are extenuating circumstances in which a guy of that caliber becomes available. Do you believe Tom Brady in year 10 would have been available? Or Peyton Manning with no injury would have become available?
Yep.
Now, Drew Brees, that's a different story, Skip, because they had Phillip Rivers in waiting. They had waited 2 years.
Yep.
So I get that. But to think, so what free agent quarterback is going to be available in the next, say, year that's going to prevent them from signing him? I want to know the free agent that they see coming on the horizon. Top guy. Oh, they got a chance at Josh Allen. They got a chance at Kyler. They got a chance at Lamar Jackson. What free agent do they see coming down the pipeline that's going to be available? And guess what, Skip? You know this. When somebody wants a player, what do? They move heaven and earth to get him. They do, you see everybody redoing it. Look what Kansas City's doing, Skip. Turn Patrick Mahomes' roster bonus into signing bonus. Mm-hmm. They did the same thing with Chris Jones. The same thing with Travis Kelce. Mm-hmm. That's what they do. So if a free agent, if a franchise quarterback were to become available, Skip, they try. You don't think they wanted Matthew Stafford? What did Matthew Stafford tell his general manager? I'll go anywhere. Just trade. No, I don't want to go there. So Andy Dalton, Cam Newton, Jameis Winston, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Mitchell Trubisky, Tyrod Taylor. I'm sure I left a few off, Skip. Mm-hmm. Options, choices.
Okay.
They chose Cam.
All right. I'm back to my original question to you. The first option was to keep Tom Brady, but no, he didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
And you gave him 75% of the credit for the New England dynasty. Mm-hmm. He is the quote-unquote genius coach.
Right.
He plays Jedi mind tricks on everybody.
Yes.
He is the wizard, the manipulator. He's got plans. He's playing chess instead of checkers.
Yeah, he saw something.
He's 5 moves ahead of every other team.
Yeah.
I'm looking for plan B, then I'm looking for plan C, and I'm all the way down to plan Z right now because I don't see the plan. The number one plan you better have is your next quarterback is Stiddy. Is it Jared Stidham? No. Because that's what I kept telling you a year ago right now. Jared Stidham? Really? You're going to go forward? Is he your new diamond in the rough? Your 4th-round pick as opposed to the 6th-rounder Brady, who's going to be the next Tom Brady?
Skip, you covered this game long enough to know the backup always looks well until he has to play every down.
Okay, but he wasn't just a backup. Bill did pluck him out of the diamond in the rough. He said, that kid can play, that Auburn kid. And I kept telling you, I liked him his first year at Auburn, but then his second year at Auburn, he came all apart. I liked him in his early days at Baylor. He's got talent. He does not have poise. He does not have consistent accuracy. And I think they came to the conclusion he is not the answer.
Right.
So when Cam became available as bargain basement, bottom of the bargain bin, sort of, yes, I'll come coach and play for $1 million, Bill said, yeah, I'll try Cam. And I think Bill liked Cam a lot. But he likes him a lot because to your point, his option is what? Okay, so they're out of the top 10 drafting. They're, what are they, 15th? Yeah, they got the 15th overall pick. So is Mac Jones going to fall? Well, if he falls to you, you'd probably go that route. Yeah. But I don't think he'll fall.
He's going to, Skip, I think in order for them to move from 15 to where they need to get Mac Jones, he's going to have to probably slide somewhere to like 9 or 10. Okay. And then you can, but like you said, that's still going to cost you next year's first rounder.
Huh. Wonder if Dallas would trade their pick. Nah, yeah. They're 10. So the point is that I told you the last 2 days on this show that it's more of a cash splash than a true impact because it reeks of desperation. Because if you're going to plunge into the opening round of free agency, there are about 3 rounds of it. Yeah. And the first round is overpayment. And to your point, you have to. Yeah. Because you're going to the top. You're going to the top, and they're going to command more money because that's the only way you're going to be able to win the auction for those players.
Because when you sign early, Skip, it's like a silent auction, Skip. There's a bunch of people in the room. You don't know who's raising that paddle. That guy might be over there. You can't see. So they got 3 or 4 teams. You're like, okay, I got him right here. He's like,
Okay, so it sounds good. It felt good for Patriot Nation, I'm sure. You loved it because you want to see Belichick climb back up to even Steven with Tom Brady, or at least a level playing field. And yet, the harder I looked at it, I kept saying, yeah, overpay. Are you sure? Okay, let's start with Cam. That was actually a great buy for him because he paid a backup quarterback salary to Cam Newton, who had his moments last year. Huh?
He gave backup quarterback money for a starter.
He did. And Cam had he had some great moments and some really low moments last year. So his QBR was 30th of 33 qualified quarterbacks. He had 8 touchdowns to 10 interceptions, and he ranked 26th in the league in what's called air distance. So he was not throwing it down the field the way Brady was with Bruce Arians' attack. And Pro Football Focus, your favorite website, says shaky accuracy and struggled to push the ball downfield. He ranked 26th of 32 qualifying quarterbacks in percentage of accurate passes thrown beyond the line of scrimmage. All that, not good, not great. So you did get him on the cheap again for a second straight year. So I'll give you that one. And then you did help him by giving him some weapons that Brady certainly didn't have in his last year, nor did Cam have in his first year, right? So then we start looking at the offensive line. No one's making a big deal out of it, but Joe Thuney was by far their best lineman because they franchise tagged him a year ago, and he is gone to Kansas City for huge money. Huge money. So that's got to leave some hole in your line because you can't replace him with somebody better than him,
But they did try for Trent Brown. Okay. It looks like David Andrews has balked at their offer. He looks like he's going to test the market.
Looks like he's going to go, and he was the center and the anchor of that line and the leader, the signal caller of the line.
Coach Belichick, what Coach Belichick did, Coach Belichick, his girlfriend left him, and what he did is went out and bought him a new car, got him a little condo. Okay, just say, see what you left? Okay. You did all this. He say, Brady, see what you could have had if you'd have just stayed.
All right, but the offensive line is maybe a little. I'll give you the Trent Brown. I'll give you that one. But now we look at the 2 tight ends. I like Hunter Henry a lot. I like Jonnu Smith. But remember, they have combined to make 0 Pro Bowls in their careers. So are we talking about Shannon Sharpe here? We're not talking about Shannon Sharpe.
But, Skip, I think the thing is that when you look at this offense, you remember they played what we call 12 personnel, which is 2 tight ends. They'll probably play a lot of that. I got it. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, and a running back.
Okay, but we're not talking about Gronk and Aaron Hernandez here.
Well, I think the thing is, Skip, we didn't know Gronk was going to be Gronk coming out. We thought, the back injuries and Hernandez. I think Henry has every bit the ability. Now, Hernandez could have been really, really special.
Gronk and Aaron Hernandez, you're talking about two of the all-time biggest steals in the history of the draft.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
One was because of a back injury, and the other was because of real off-field, like big red flags.
But, Skip, they don't really need them to be Gronk. They just need them to can you give me more production than 5 catches? Can you give me more production than 55 yards? Can you give me more than that?
So your favorite website ranked Jonnu Smith last year as the 11th best tight end.
That ain't bad.
Hunter Henry is the 18th best tight end. Okay, it's not bad, but it's not like life-changing.
We'll combine those together, Skip.
Okay, Kendrick Bourne ranked 52nd among wide receivers. Okay, and I like him, but again, life change? I don't think so.
Look what he had throwing to him. Once Garoppolo got hurt, look who was throwing to him. Really?
Okay, I'll give you that. And then we go to Agholor. He has his moments, but he was 6th in drops last year because he's a ball dropper, and he always has been. He's a little bit wild-handed. You just can't.
He's not a natural catcher of the football.
He's not a natural catcher. Can he run by? Yes, he can, and they don't have that. So, again, it's a little bit of desperation. But on the market, Emmanuel Sanders just went to Buffalo. I love Emmanuel Sanders.
Right.
And again, can he run like – no, he can't. But you want to talk about skilled and savvy. And then Sammy Watkins is still out there. And I believe he can run with Agholor.
Yeah, but Sammy
can't. Always hurt.
That's been his story, Skip.
Okay, and there's Kenny Galladay, but that was going to cost a lot of money, and I don't think he's going to be worth however much money. And so far, nobody has jumped.
Nobody's bitten.
And
Correct.
I'm not sure he's that much better than these. T.Y. Hilton is still on the market.
Right.
So they're saying that Agholor, you're overpaying for what you're the bang for your buck.
Right.
Okay, so I get that one. Then we get to Matthew Judon. Again, I told you I like him a lot. He leaps off my TV screen. He passes the eye test. Well, they go second, third level stats, and they say that 51% of his pressures have been charted either as a cleanup or an unblocked pressure. They're going deep on this.
Right.
And that was the 4th highest rate in the league. So as a result, over the last 4 years, they rank him the 41st among 76 edge rushers, which is not that great. Most of his production, says your favorite website, came courtesy of Baltimore's extraordinarily high blitz rate.
Yeah.
They're blitzing, and it frees him up, and he gets a clean run at the quarterback, and he cashes in.
And when was Coach Belichick at his best? When that defense was giving up them few points. They was blitzing, playing man coverage.
Okay. So they're saying that he was overpaid due to his unproven ability to win one-on-one battles. Okay? I'm just saying you had to pay a lot of money for Matthew Judon, and it could pay off in your defense.
Right. Skip, I'm not saying, is he a Khalil Mack? Is he a Aaron Donald? No, but I think Coach Belichick can scheme it up. That's going to get him on a running back. That's going to get him free, and that's what the good coaches can do.
Okay, and then Jalen Mills. He's a quasi-safety slot corner. I'm not sure where they'll utilize him, but they got a lot of those guys.
Right.
And your favorite website calls this perhaps the most puzzling of New England's moves. Not huge dollars, but fairly significant.
Right.
And it's going to cut into your cap. And their bottom line is, wait a second, are you strapping yourself for the time that you can't acquire the quarterback, even if it's through the draft, where you're going to end up having to pay a Dak Prescott big money, and over time you're going to have to pay the piper for overpaying all these quote-unquote impact free agents to get back on track?
It's funny. I'm looking at my thing. It says the Patriots still have $37 million in cap space, which is the 5th most in the NFL, considering there are 32 teams. So if a franchise quarterback were to come available, do you think $37 million could be a great starting point?
Well, I don't know. Do they have that much available?
That's
after all these moves?
Yeah. But you know how Coach Belichick worked that thing?
Now I get it. Belichick saved up all that money that Brady saved him, and he just kept piling it up in the bank, and now he's spending it all.
He went and bought him a sports car. He got him a little bracelet.
Okay.
He got a makeover, Skip. He look at that Brady and say, now, call Brady and say, I see you in L.A. Meet me in L.A. in 2022.
Okay. So your favorite website's bottom line is New England's big free agency spending is setting them up for quarterback purgatory.
Okay, Skip, let me ask you a question. Where's the free agent? They need to give me some guys that's going to become available that New England would have been able to lure. Name the guy. They don't. And normally most teams, how do they acquire their franchise quarterback? They drafted him. If you look at all the top guys, with the most part, they drafted their guy. So Pro Football Focus, stop pretending like free agent quarterbacks are ultra life-changing. They normally are. They can change your life, Skip, but they're coming with baggage.
Yep.
Peyton Manning could not throw the ball 10 yards. Drew Brees had his arms go round and round in the socket. Tom Brady was 42, coming off year 20. And he didn't play particularly well, Skip. He had some great moments. He had some bad moments. But don't make it seem like this was Tom Brady coming off an MVP season that they got in year 10. Pro Football Focus, I need you to tell me, where's the guy that's going to be available that New England could possibly get? One guy said no, he didn't want to go there. Matthew Stafford, Skip. He said, I don't want to go to New England. So they ended up shipping him to the Rams. They did him that solid. So, Skip, at the end of the day, you could have $100 million in cap space. But if the franchise quarterback doesn't want to go there, I can't just I'm just going to hoard this money until somebody do. Okay. Until someone, does. I got to spend. Hopefully Cam reverts back. Hopefully he's not 30th in QBR. Hopefully he's not whatever he is at air distance.
Okay.
They gave him weapons now. Let's see.
Did New England get better? Absolutely, and obviously they got better.
I can't tell, not by Pro Football. They didn't get better.
Well, they had to get better because they were 7-9 last
Okay,
year.
then.
And yet, did they get contender better? No, they did not.
Are they playoff?
Are they being overrated? Yes, they are.
They're going to the playoff. We already got cases due on that.
We got lots of cases.
Yeah, they're going to the playoff.
Okay, that's fine.
You keep talking, I'm going to bet they're going to have a better record than Tampa if you keep talking.
Well, you should go there because you're going to lose.
Because you're ticking me off by talking about Coach Belichick and the job that he's done.
I might have to buy me a lake to fill up with Diet Mountain Dew.
That's okay.
Yep.
I'm going to drain it and put it back in my pool and in my lake.
You need a lake of Hennessy. That's what you need.
Well,
we don't need any of that around here.
You said they're a playoff team. Are they going to the playoff?
Are they going to the playoffs?
Yes.
Again, to me, I told you the X factor. I don't know about Tua. Is he the starting quarterback for the Dolphins? You're a man, too. If he's the starting quarterback for the Dolphins all 16 games next year, yes, they're going to the playoffs.
They can start whomever they want. Yeah. Coach Belichick ain't missing the playoffs 2 years in a row.
Well,
that's not happening.
Okay, well, they're not winning the AFC East.
That's like Goat James. Okay. You think Goat James will miss the playoffs 2 years in a row right now?
Well, would Goat James win the AFC East next year?
Oh, Goat James. Yeah. You know, Goat James to win the AFC East. Yep. He's doing the AFC, not just the East. He win the AFC.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.